Little Dim.
Oh my goodness, you're peeing everywhere.
He loves you.
He's so cute.
Aw, I love him so much. If you ever get sick of him, you send him over to our house. Bye, Zim. Psst. Where are you going? Hey, what are you doing?
Maybe we should all have a water break.
Yeah, I agree. They were very tired. So tired. So, what you guys just witnessed was us trying to take our dogs for a walk. Walking around town usually goes pretty well, aside from dogs barking on every corner. It's really nice out today. Kelly and I think that most people are out walking because everyone's home from work and, you know, quarantine. So we didn't get close to anybody, but there were a lot of people out walking or walking their dogs. Our dogs don't get a ton of socialization. We just don't know a lot of other people with dogs, and we don't have any dog parks around my area. So a lot of people can take their dogs walking out the woods. A lot of people have trained their dogs to walk without a leash. Annie walks good on a leash. Bear pulls, so I couldn't imagine her off the leash. My dad used to take all three of his dogs out walking in the woods without a leash for hours, and they were just so well trained, and I never had to train them to do that, so I'm not really sure. We tried once with Annie and Bear when Bear was a puppy, and Bear actually listened really well, but Annie ran after a rabbit or a squirrel and then got stuck in a ditch, and we were looking for her for hours. Here's my wife. What'd you bring me?
Pizza!
Pizza.
Pizza! Pizza!
I was telling the YouTube world how we don't have any dog parks.
No, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Although, on my walk back, there was a dog who did not bark at me, just looked at me, and then barked at the lady behind me. He probably was like, ooh, that lady has pizza.
Probably.
Maybe she'll give me some.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I was going to try to film them off the leash in our cemetery, which is where we can take them. I don't know if we're supposed to, but we can't have any dogs in the park that's in town, like a playground park. So a lot of people will take their dogs up to the cemetery. In the back of the cemetery, there's an open lot. A friend of ours takes their dog out there. They're two dogs, and they run off the leash, and they do very well. But when we got up there were 3 dogs up there, all not on the leash, and we didn't know how Bear and Annie were going to do with them being around, so we just came back, and now we're going to have some pizza.
Yeah.
For Kelly.
10.5. I thought you said 10.
Ooh. Hey guys, we're back. We're watching Jane the Virgin on this ugly, ugly day outside. Can you see? It's snow, raining. It's terrible. We're going to sit down and have a little update in a couple minutes, but first I'm getting started on this living room. And I don't know if we showed you or inserted a clip or not, but we ripped out the floors. I don't know if you can see them, but they're hideous. Black and red checkers. So before we put the new floor in, I'm painting the ceiling, and I am not ashamed to tell you that I don't know how many of you are kids of smokers, but growing up my parents smoked in the house, all my friends' parents smoked in their house, and my parents had this house for 20 years, so they smoked in the house. So when we moved in, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let me show you. Oh, you can. Okay. So, oh, that's the ceiling tile. That's where I tried to clean, scrubbing. So obviously I'm not going to scrub the entire ceiling, just to have to paint it anyway, because that's what one coat of paint looks like. So if you ever thought my ceilings were white before, you were terribly wrong. So that's our project for the day, I guess, and we're gonna give you a little update in a little bit. So we're back. I feel like you can't even see us.
You can see us.
We're not too far away.
I think we're okay.
Should we zoom in a little more? So we're back with an update on our lives since quarantine has pretty much shut everything down.
Yeah, we are on a pause with our process.
You sound like you're reading from a script.
Because maybe I am. Maybe she posted a script right up there and she's not telling you guys. But yeah, so we had to have a little bit of a hiccup in our process because of everything shutting down. But it's okay because we are at our goal.
Hooray! For sperm money.
Yeah.
We've reached it. I know I posted on Instagram a little while ago that we reached our goal for sperm savings. We're doing really good with that. I want to thank a couple of our friends who donated, and
yeah, we love you guys.
Thank you so much. We had a couple donations, and then Kelly and I also worked overtime, started budgeting. We're actually really working on our finances in this break before baby. Quarantine kind of stopped and stopped everything we could do, so we took the time to work on the house and save money and really plan out our future, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because the world is shut down and this whole thing going on is really sad, but we're taking this time to really try and get everything in order that we want to, and we're also working lots of overtime, which we appreciate. We appreciate that we're still working.
Yes, it is a whole different world from some of you guys out there. I know that the coronavirus has pretty much changed everybody's normal, but me and Kelly, we can't go anywhere, but we still get to go to work every day. We're thankful, and then I think with our company still being open, that drives sales up because people can't go anywhere else. So we are in overtime, and we've just been picking up any extra voluntary overtime we can get, kind of to just save up some money and work it while it's here, because once the winter comes, we won't have any overtime to take.
And then that's kind of when we struggle because, you know,
Oil.
because oil.
We also wanted to take quarantine time to update our house and fix things, and I showed you guys the ceiling project, and if I didn't show you the flooring project, I will.
Don't smoke in your house.
Don't.
It makes it look
don't
nasty.
smoke, and if you smoke, don't smoke in your house.
It makes it look nasty.
So we've been painting the ceilings, and it's hard for us to get anything done in just one shot because we are working overtime. We're working 6 days a week, and on our one day off, I stay in my pajamas all day and do little things that I can, like paint the ceiling or rip out the carpets or...
Yeah, so, I mean...
Today
that's really what our life's been like.
Yeah. Today we work tonight, and this morning we changed Kelly's taillight, mowed the lawn, cleaned up the lawn, I clipped the dog's nails, I brushed them. It's just nonstop of doing little things.
So that's life. It doesn't stop. You always gotta do little things.
Yeah. I skipped adding paint to the ceiling today because I just need a rest.
But we wanted to also update you guys on some things that were going on with picking a donor.
Yes, so if anyone saw my other Instagram post, we had talked about buying our sperm now that we have hit our goal, because with quarantine going on, the cryobanks, a lot of them are offering 6-month free storage. So I was like, let's just get it now, because then it's on hold for us. Our donor's not going to run out, and we'll be ready for when the doctor's office opens again. So Kelly called to ask our clinic. You tell them.
I wanted to ask what kind of method that they preferred, whether it was IUI or ICI.
The sperm bank we were looking at our donor offered ICI, IUI, and IVF.
Yeah.
But I remembered our doctor saying something about she doesn't use the IVF. They like to wash themselves or something. So I wanted to make sure that we got the right stuff. So Kelly called, and we got an answer. But when I went to go online to see how much it was going to be and kind of set up ordering it, I realized that the donor we had chosen was non-ID, which for any of you who don't understand all of this stuff, non-ID donors our children would never get to know their identity. Never. And a lot of sperm donors offer I guess they just call it ID. I'm not sure. But when the child turns 18, they can get some form of contact information, or it might just be set up a phone call through the clinic, or they might be able to write them letters. It's different with different contracts, but the donor that we had chosen didn't offer any of that, and
we decided that we strongly disagreed with not being able to ever know, like our children never being able to know who their biological father was if they chose to want to know that. We at least wanted to be able to give them that option instead of, just never knowing. So we were a little sad because the donor that we picked out we both really liked.
Yeah, we thought it was fate when he was the only one left of our favorites that tested negative for the 2 gene mutations that Kelly has.
Yeah, so that was something that we were like, wow, this is like perfect because he's the one that we both chose. We went through a process of like singling out, donors that we both really liked, and then he was the one that matched with me genetically, but we had to go a different route, but we found another one that we both really like.
Yeah, I had looked on the cryobank that we were going to use. Nothing set in stone yet, but we did, we were going to use we were going to use Fairfax. And I looked on Fairfax for other donors that were ID disclosure, but also fit all of our criteria, and there weren't any. And I was very bummed. I don't know if you were bummed. Kelly doesn't really show it, but then part of me just said, maybe this is part of God's plan. Like, same thing happened when we didn't have enough money for our sperm the first time. If we had bought it, ID disclosure aside, if we had bought it, we would have had to stop all this stuff mid-cycle, or like mid-Kelly getting her eggs retrieved. So I think it's starting to show that
that would not be fun.
Every delay we've come across so far kind of has a reason behind it. We just have to wait to find out what that is. So the next couple days, I looked on a different cryobank, and I found someone that was absolutely perfect. I was like in shock at how much he fit everything we wanted, but also like his interests and hobbies really fit me and Kelly.
I really wanted to just say that every time we've gotten a hiccup through this process, I tend to not get as bent out of shape as my wife does. But I think it's because I've always had the perspective of everything happens for a reason. And so, like, if we come across something, I'm just like, there's a reason for this. And I've also have the outlook on life of, we can do it later.
That's Kelly's favorite mantra. Knit you a shirt that says we can do it later.
Yeah. I mean, I just try not to stress about things. You know, like, stress isn't healthy.
Yeah.
So I try not to get bent
Maybe
out
you
of
should
shape.
carry.
No. Then the world will end. Can't do it. I mean, if I had to, maybe we could, you know.
That would be hilarious. It would be a wonderful experiment, but also terrible, and probably will not go through that.
I don't think Amber would stay with me.
Kelly wouldn't survive.
No. But, so yeah, every time something comes up, I'm just kind of like, well, we're gonna get through it. Maybe there's a reason for this, you know. I just take everything, is it with a grain of salt?
Yes.
Is that the right saying? I don't even know why salt is compared to non-stress.
Well, actually, when you take everything with a grain of salt, it means things you hear, don't always assume they're true. That's what taking it with a grain of salt means.
Oh, so it's not the right phrase.
No, not for this, but it is a phrase.
I asked you if that was correct in this situation.
No, it's a real saying. It's not for this.
I take everything. Well, what's the right saying?
As it comes?
Yeah, when it comes, as it comes. I'm
Roll
like,
with the punches.
There you go. I don't know. Well, either way, we've dealt with everything, and yeah, I mean that would have really sucked if we were like in the middle of everything, and then.
Do you even remember what kind of sperm the doctor wanted? Because I don't remember.
IUI.
IUI. Okay.
I had the voicemail saved on my phone.
Thank God.
So yeah, everything as of right now, that's just kind of like our little updates about the donor. But
I wanted to show you something.
on film,
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to show them. But also, we aren't ordering our sperm just yet. So when I say we found a new donor, I'm not saying it's for sure. Because who knows what could happen before we purchase it.
exactly.
I wanted to show you. Hold on. Too many people have posted to Instagram since I saw it. It says, somebody on Instagram, Rice Baby, who I follow, posted this article that says, have you had to postpone elective surgery due to the coronavirus? Good news is coming. Coronavirus ban on elective surgery and IVF set to be ditched within days. And I didn't read the article because I'm not the best at Instagram, so I haven't quite figured out how to read it, or even if it's connected to the post and I can read it. But we're going to figure it out, and I'm really, really excited about that post.
That is pretty exciting.
It's really exciting. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, either way, what we're doing right now is okay for us. You know, making some money and doing little stuff around the house, and that's pretty much all we have time for right now.
We would definitely have to cut back on the overtime if we went back to the clinic. That was such, those drives. And then going together, and then we'll probably put back in for leave from work, so if we were late, we wouldn't get faulted.
I honestly think it'll be a lot easier once we're both on the same shift again.
Yes, I should be back to night shift soon, so me and Kelly can actually see each other. Another something I wanted to point out was that we don't vlog nearly as much because Kelly and I don't see each other 5 days out of the week.
Yeah, we see each other at work, but it's more of like in passing. Like we can't actually spend time together.
I go to lunch when she comes in, and then I see her for a couple seconds out on the floor because we have to work. I can't just go hang out with her. So I'll walk by and say hello, and then I gotta keep going. And then I leave, I come home and I go to bed. She comes to bed while I'm already sleeping, and when I wake up, I don't wake her up. That would be terrible. So from Monday to Friday morning, we don't see each other at all. And it's just, with us working overtime, I mean, all I can show you is what we've been working on in the house. There wasn't really that much to vlog or to update you guys on anyway, so it's all perfect timing.
Yeah.
But now we're going to show you guys, we haven't done this yet. I don't know how it's going to work, or if it's going to work, or what it's going to say, but if you've ever seen people use their hair, a piece of their hair and their wedding ring to predict the babies they're going to have in the future, that's what we're going to try today. I saw that recently. Living Rosa tried it. I've seen it many times before, but I just thought it was awesome that Mandy and Tara had the same exact answers. It's crazy. So crazy. I don't think that Kelly and I will get the same thing. I don't even know if Kelly's hair is going to work because it's so short, but we're going to try it out. So
could have tried it before I got a haircut.
It still wasn't very long. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have to rip out a piece of my hair.
How awful.
I wonder if my hair's strong enough to hold my ring. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Ow, it didn't come out.
Are you moving your head?
Okay, I got it. Jeez, this is a process. Okay, and I don't think Kelly's ever seen this before.
No.
So, God, how do you guys do this without, like, losing your hair? Why does everyone else make it look so easy? Okay. Whatever.
Now everyone can see our vintage checkerboard.
Our stupid floor.
Our stupid floor.
Okay, I got it. So, what you do is you put your hand out and you trace your fingers one way. And then you trace your fingers back. And then you put the ring on top of your hand. And if it goes in a circle, can you tell it's a circle? Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a boy, and if it goes back and forth at all, back and forth this way, whatever, it's supposed to be a girl. So you do that, see what happens, and then you stop the ring, and then you do it again until the ring stops itself. Once you're done having children, it's supposed to just, like, stop, right, like that. Okay? So let's try. So, trace. And then you hold it above your hand.
Was there a question mark at the end of that? I don't know.
Ooh, look, go. Look. It's a circle.
It is a circle.
Okay, so then that would mean my first kid would be a boy. If, you know. This works for me and Kelly because we have no children, so it's not like we can cheat because we don't know what we're going to have or if we're going to have or what the heck's going to go on. I think I'm done. It's spinning. I think that's it. I think I'm having one boy.
One boy for
That's all I got. Well, I thought it was gonna go on forever and ever. Like I thought we're gonna be up to like the 10th kid, and I was gonna be like, okay, stop. Which we better not just have one boy because Kelly and I want a big family.
Yeah.
Same thing. Rip out your hair.
I don't wanna.
You have to. It has to be your hair. I don't know that. I heard you can do it with a string, but we're doing it with our hair.
That one feels like it's gonna hurt a lot.
Little snoozy snooze.
I don't wanna. You do it.
Rip out your hair?
Yeah. Ah!
Well, I guess your longest ones would be up here.
Just one.
This one? Well,
Yeah.
not that one.
No.
Are you looking for the hair?
Yep.
So now you trace your fingers with the ring, and then trace it back, and then hold it above the center of your hand. You're having a girl. Oh, wait. It's turning into a boy.
So I'm gonna have a hermaphrodite.
Wait. No. Well, no, usually you have to wait a couple seconds for it to change, but it's definitely a circle. Or maybe it's twins, a boy and a girl. Who knows?
Boy and a girl.
Okay, so then you stop it by touching it to your hand. Stop it. And then you do it again. Trace your fingers and then trace them back.
Well, how come you only do it once?
Because mine stopped dead on the second try.
Yeah, but this could be because my hair is shorter.
Oh, Kelly's having another boy. It's definitely, I wish I could see.
This also could be because of the weight of my ring.
I want to try again. Okay, then you stop it. And then you do it again.
But it stopped moving.
You just, it's basically stopped. It doesn't have to be not moving at all.
So it's done.
No, you go around again.
Why did I have to do it multiple times?
Because you're having more kids than me, apparently. See, that's a girl. Damn, Kelly, with all the kids? Okay, stop it. And do it again.
Okay, I'm done.
I don't know if that's a terrible sign or not. Well, maybe we'll try again later. But for now, I'll have a boy. Kelly will have a boy-girl. And then another boy.
I think it might mean I'd have a boy and girl.
Maybe. I hope the camera caught it because your hand kept getting in the way. But it was like, it was going pretty side to side and then big circle.
Just decided to...
So I guess we'll flap it up.
Yeah.
I just want to try that. I don't know what the third one means. Hopefully we don't lose a baby.
Aw.
Either in utero or we just lose it, like it just runs away.
It just doesn't like us and runs away.
Oh jeez. Okay. Well, if you liked our video, give it a thumbs up. Which is a pretty great video, I think.
Yep. All our videos are great. Just saying.
Thanks. Oh, also Kelly got a TikTok. We've been watching a lot of TikTok. So
Great things are coming.
I don't know if you'll be able to follow us on TikTok or whatever that is.
Yeah, everyone can follow us.
Yeah, you can't even record videos on your phone. But we might post some TikTok things here. We'll see.
I'm excited. Big things are coming. I'm going to be TikTok famous.
She will be.
And my dogs.
You guys can help her be TikTok famous without me.
My dogs are going to be the star of the show. Oh, subscribe to our channel if you like our videos.
And if you want to continue to follow us along, I think things may be picking up. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, I do a lot of posting on Instagram. I'm good at that now, kind of. It's at Amber and Kelly TTC all together. So see you guys later. We're going to go to work.
Bye, guys.
Bye.